Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up bobos. They don't see they on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.
My peoples, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes on your way in. You know we're always here, we're always showing up, man. We're gonna get into the news. We've got loads of whole heap of transfer news. Before we get into some talks about the game, don't even worry about the game. We're gonna cover all of that as well, but transfer news galore. It's left, right, and center. So obviously Fabrizio's came out today. I think Critchley, there's bare little talk that's come out, man. Bombers left, right, and center. We're gonna get straight into it. But smash the likes, my peoples, man. Make sure you got these likes coming. What's this? Pushing to take Conor Gallagher on loan. Boom, athletic sciences, boom. So we just got some breaking news as well about a midfielder. I'm gonna get into all of that, man. Smash the like. So cool. Let me share my screen now, and then we get straight into the main news. We'll start with the main stuff, and it's obviously the boy. Let me go to Fabrizio actually, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about straight away. Where is it? So this is where we start. We start here, and it basically says it's Fabrizio Romano. He came out earlier, and he says Manchester United have started to explore the January market. Yeah, for a forward player. So that could be a winger, that could be a striker. It was evident we was in for Semenyo for this reason. Same thing, go out there, get like a Semenyo, let Xerxes go. Xerxes gonna be an obligation. We basically get majority of our money back, 30 million or something. Peace. I think they've realized that one was a miss. It didn't work out how they wanted it to work out. They thought he was gonna be way better than he turned out to be. It is what it is. Ruben barely plays him as well. So Man United have started exploring the January market for a forward player. United will only allow Joshua Xerxes to join Roma if they find an attacking replacement. One in, one out. And the situation with Joshua Xerxes and Roma is more or less done. They've agreed personal terms. They're happy with one another. Xerxes wants to go there and play. They want Xerxes to go there and play every game. So it's more or less done. But we're sitting there and we're saying, listen, we don't want to lose Xerxes at this moment, especially with the injuries and the absentees that we got. We got Mbumo not in the picture because of AFCON. We've got Ahmad not in the picture because of AFCON. Mason Mount might be injured for today. Who else is there that's missing? Bruno Fernandes. This is all of our attacking players. They're not even here. So what are we going to do? So if we get rid of Xerxes now, someone that can come off the bench, and let's just say, God forbid, Sesko was to drop down injured today, what would happen then? It will be even more madder, where we'll be stuck with more or less anyone. So this is what's come out. Fabrizio came out and said this about 1 o'clock. So about 3 hours ago, he dropped this bomb. And it's like, yeah, we're looking for someone to replace him. And you got to remember, Xerxes, he still is looking like an obligation. A loan with obligation. So he's gone forever. There's no Xerxes goes on a loan and then we go get someone now. It's obligated. He's missing. So if Xerxes leaves, you know we're not seeing him again. So that's what Fabrizio come and he dropped us the bomb earlier. And he said a few more things on his YouTube as well. Obviously, he spoke about Ruben Neves. People are still waiting to see what happens with that. Ruben Neves, is he going to sign a deal with Al Hilal, or is he going to come? We've made contact with Ruben Neves. Ben Jacobs spoke about that as well. And he's the one that told us earlier on as well. So we'll see what happens, man. But let me get into it. So this is what's dropped. Obviously, 1:30 today, this is dropped. And then bam, what happened was the Savino, look at this. Sammy Mokbel has broke the news after, I think it was Ornstein, him and Ornstein have come and said Brennan Johnson to hold further talks over his future in the next 48 hours after Crystal Palace agree 35 million fee to sign the Tottenham attacker. And then look at this. Red Bull Leipzig winger Jan Diomande among possible replacements at Spurs. So they're looking at Diomande. Diamande's 87 million. Remember, they've been trying to get a winger for ages and no one wants to go there. They tried to get Eze. He can play as a 10/winger. He didn't want to go there. They've tried to get Semenyo. Semenyo was unsure about all the other teams. He said, oh, I don't know. But he phoned Tottenham straight away and said, yo, I'm not coming there. Yeah, he let them know straight away. He's not interested. So they're really in for a winger. They want to get someone, but no one really rates Tottenham. Let's be real. Anyone in the Prem anyway. But Yan Diomande coming from Leipzig, you're 19 years old. He might not know any difference. He might not know. But that's why I say it's kind of a blow that we've got another team that's in for him. But I'll show you a lot more so you don't understand the situation about it. Like I said, I've showed you already that we're in for a forward. Tottenham are preying Diomande as a possible replacement. There's talks about Crystal Palace and someone else is meant to join the race and hijack it or something. I don't know who it was. Crystal Palace and someone else might join this race and hijack it or something. I can't remember, but he's more or less gone anyway. He's gone. So that's who they're looking at to replace Brennan Johnson is Yan Diomande or Savino. But apparently Man City don't want to sell Savino. So that's the talk with that. And then I'll show you lot, obviously. So this is the stuff about Diomande, more stuff about him. This is Fabrizio, someone reliable that put us and Tottenham in for him already as well. Look at that, December the 25th, Christmas Day, guys. The guy came out and said, among many clubs recently, Man United and Tottenham were on a mission to scout Yan Diomande. So that's Sammy Mockbell saying Tottenham might go in for him. Fabrizio Romano saying it. I think he's going to be one of the big names. We'll see if it's going to be 2026 or 2027. Also, because on a technical point of view, Leipzig would like to keep him for maybe one more season, but it's too early to predict. So we're looking at him. They're looking at him. They've got the money anyway. Remember, they got some new money that came in because they got a new sort of ownership. Someone came in and they had 100 million to spend or something like that, but no one wants to go there. That's the difference. They've got 100 million to spend, but nobody wants to go there. That's the crazy thing about it. And then obviously this just came out literally 51 minutes ago, and it says Leipzig's position with Yan Diomande as of a few weeks ago is that he's not for sale in January, and that the conversation would start at 100 million euros next summer. That's just how you get through the door. If you're not talking, if you ain't got 100 million, don't even call us. That's what they're basically saying. The conversation just starts once you've known 100 million is where we start. So that's a blow. Let's be real. That's a blow. Are we going to pay 100 million euro? That's 87 million pounds. I don't know if we're going to pay that. That's next year. Remember, they was a bit stern with Sesko this year. Newcastle paid more than us, but they tried to do the bamboozle thing. You see how they were moving. So we don't know what's going to happen with them, man. But like I said, Tottenham's in for him. We're in for him. Things can always change, but that's been the plan since Yan Diomande arrived in Germany last summer. The club see him quite understandably as one of the biggest prospects they've had in years. And they've had a lot of players from Leipzig. They've had all Konate and Upamecano's and Xavi Simons. They just sold Sesko 85 million euros. And they're looking at him and saying, bruv, this is where we can get our money's worth, 100 million plus. Because they ain't had a player like that. The only player that's gone for that sort of price in the German league recently is Wirtz, when you actually think about it. So they probably think he's the next one that's going to be coming. So things can always change. We'll see. They're quite understandably one of the biggest prospects they've had in years. That's their position. He's not for sale in January. So we're looking at a forward. He's on our list. Fabrizio's come out and said he's on our list. But Leipzig are saying he's not for sale. And 100 million just to have a conversation. You want to talk to us about any of our players, we want 100 million just to talk. So that's the situation with Yan Diomande. We'll see if anything else comes from it. But I'll be real. Us and Tottenham in a race, we've won that race already. If you put just us and Tottenham in a race, it's over. Like, there's no point. And look at that, guys. That's why I just say, yo, it's a myth anyway. Because he's a Manchester United fan. He's came from the trenches. He's in the trenches with a Ronaldo written on the back. Like, come on. This is he's a core fan. You know what I'm saying? This is some old school stuff. And I'm just saying, anyways, us and Tottenham, you can never go band. I don't think Tottenham can really go band for band with any team. They tried to go band for band with Arsenal. Eze said, yo, I'm going to Arsenal. Like, Semenyo, he just ripped them off. Like, I can't see any team saying, yeah, I'll go Tottenham instead of da-da-da-da-da. The only player that I saw go there was Matthias Tell, and that's because we said we're not paying the loan fee. The loan fee was like 6 million. 6 million euros loan fee for Bayern Munich, which is crazy. So, yeah, man, we'll see what happens, man. But He's a Man United fan. They're sending 100 million euros. He's playing with Ahmad right now. He's seeing the vibes. You see, they keep posting each other on Instagram every day. You get it. Ahmad's doing the little cryptic post and all of that. They keep doing the little link up. They're posting each other heavy. So who knows what will happen? We'll see what comes from it. But Diomande's there. And yeah, we're looking for a forward. So this is why it's big news for today, because we're in for a forward. Fabrizio's came out 3 hours ago and told us we want another forward and we'll let Xerxes go. And this geezer's here. And he's a Man United fan, but they're talking about 100 million and he's not for sale in January. So that's the situation. United are back in the market for an attacking player. In that case, Xerxes could leave. Xerxes wants to leave. And everyone watched his performance against Newcastle. That was a man that is telling you, I don't want to be here. He was moving mad. I've never seen him play like that. He used to barge people out the way, control the ball, get fouled. He was moving mad. When you watch him, like, who was he playing at that time? He played a few games and he was, Xerxes got it. You know what I'm saying? He's got a better touch than Højlund, bro. He played worse than a Højlund performance. That was basically a normal Højlund performance against Newcastle. Barely pressing, the balls come in. It was crazy. So you just think he wants to go. United's already told him, yo, we'll accept your thing. Let us just get our thing. Let's just get someone ready and then we'll deal with it. But we'll see, man. So, like I said, Sammy Mutbo's come out, Fabrizio's come out and said the same thing. Diomande, possible replacement for Spurs, possible replacement for Man United. We're looking for a forward. They're looking for a forward. They were in for Semenyo, same way we was. We've got 65 million there, minimum, because we wanted to buy Semenyo. They've got over 100 million because they got some new investment. So who knows? You just never know, bro. We could go out there and you know what we're trying to do anyway as well. Our thing is anyone that's going to be here long term will spend the money now because they're going to be here long term anyway. It's basically the same thing they done with Ruben. They could have went and got an interim and said, nah, we'll just get him now because he's going to be here long term anyway. Make whatever mistakes you got to make, whatever, boom, boom, boom. It is what it is. So that's the situation with Yan Diomande. We're back in the market for attacking player, and then we'll see. And as you can see, this geezer's one of the most informed players in the Big Five when it comes to under 19s. So people talk about Lamine Yamal and all of that. Yan Diamande's injured. You know what I'm saying? Only 2 under 19s are in the 5 most informed players in the Big 5 leagues. So him and Lamine are the only 2 that are under 19 that are even in that metric. And that was on Christmas Day. This is the next game after. So nothing had happened since then. So it's crazy. So he's a good player, man. I know some of you are watching him on AFCON. He's with Ahmad. Obviously, Ahmad's killing it over there. But he's still doing 1s and 2s and he's doing bits. But over 100 million, I would say that's a bit crazy. He is 19 and he can only get better, of course. But still, man, 100 million. A man's only known his name for about a month or 2. That's crazy. So that's Diomande for guys. Keep the chats coming. Smash the likes. We're going to keep going. You get me? I'm going to show you lots of more news and I'll come and get some of these chats. So cool. So we started off with that. What I've just showed you. We've got this talk now. Look at this from Paddy. Paddy knows a 1-2 thing. He breaks a few newses there and there. 3:27. So literally about an hour ago. He's came out and said Man United are pushing to take Conor Gallagher on loan with an option to buy. They don't want an obligation because we don't want him. So we want an option to buy. Atletico Madrid's stance is firm. They will not consider a loan under any circumstances, only a sell. They don't even want to loan him. They're saying there's no point. Why are we putting... It's smart when you think about it. It's the same thing with Xerxes and Manu. Why are we going to loan our player out to put ourselves at a deficit now and then we've got to run around and try to find someone to replace them? So if they loan him to us, he comes to us, he's on our bench now for Casemiro, and then they've got to go find someone that's going to be on their bench for their starters. So think about it. It doesn't make no sense for them. It doesn't make no sense for them. It makes sense for us, but it doesn't make sense for them. But it could be a thing where he's unhappy. He's not getting game time. The last I checked, he was injured. I don't even know. Is he back? Yeah, he's back. He's back. So he started showing up again. Look at that. He played Girona. And what's that? They're basically their Carabao Cup, Copa del Rey. Yeah, so he's back. He's back playing. Because the last I checked, he got injured. So it is what it is, man. 49 minutes, 66 minutes. So he's getting a few minutes now. Because before, look, 31, 21, 45, 11. He was getting bare little idiot minutes. Now he's getting a little bit more. But Conor Gallagher, I'm not really a fan of him, man. All he's going to do is come in and run around. He's just going to be Mason Mount in midfield, just running around. Obviously, it could be better for the system. Mason Mount perfect for this system, as everyone knows. Ruben loves him. He does what he needs to do. Conor Gallagher, bro, come on, man. We can go and get a little bit better than that. But I understand the position we're in. We want to get our midfielders. We want to get our Believers, our Whartons, our Andersons now. But we can't because they're not for sale. So this is why it's making us say, you know what, let's try and get someone on a loan that will come and do a shift for 6 months and then bounce back. See you later. We don't want to buy no one that we don't really want. And then in like 3 months, we're trying to sell them. Soon as the season ends, we're trying to sell them or something. Look at what's happened with Xerxes. Xerxes come true. We're not really rating him. We're saying, Ruben ain't really played him. He only really started him because Sesko and Cunha were injured. Now it's like, bro, let's just get rid of this guy for good. There's no point in getting him out on a loan and he comes back. We got to deal with it again. Just get rid of him, put obligation on it, and then he can just stay over there. So that's the situation, man. It's crazy. So I wish we could just get a Belieber now. You know what I'm trying to say? That would make the most sense. Go out there, get Belieber, bam. But I don't think they're going to be able to do none of that. So we'll see what happens, man. But look, this is some breaking news for a few of you lot. I know you lot rate the boy. Look at this. Sekou Kone looks set to be included in the Manchester United squad that faces Wolves tonight. So Sekou Kone is there. United Frenzy just broke the news. You get me? A lot of you lot were talking about him in the chat yesterday. Oh, Sekou don't get a look in. For the last I knew, he was injured, but obviously he's come back. He's playing games, etc. Look, so he's going to be involved tonight, and he might get a little game time. I hope he does, bro. It's Wolves, bro. They've got Andre missing as well. They've got obviously Gomez is back. He was missing the last time we played them. Now Andre's missing. The geezer that Casemiro tackled for Bruno to score that crazy goal. So yeah, Sekou Kone he looks to be involved, but is he going to play? And you got to remember, not even just Man United fans, yeah. This is what I think is not happening with Sekou Kone. Why we're not really playing him? Because if we play him, Sir Jim and I might be like, we don't need to buy a midfielder. You've got Mainu, you've got Ugarte, you've got Bruno, you've got Casemiro. Now you've got Sekou Kone. And remember, we bought back Collier as well. So they might turn around and go, we don't even need another midfielder. And then bam, we just chill to the summer. So he might be saying, nah, bro, look, we're light. So we go and buy someone or get someone on loan as a backup. And then he can probably bring him through when he needs to. But he looks set to be over there, man. I'm sure if we're winning about 3-0 by half-time or something, he might get a few minutes. Or by the 80th minute, we've got a nice lead. Hopefully, I say this because, bro, Wolves have been moving a bit mad. Away, they've been moving a bit crazy lately. I can't lie. Liverpool, they nearly brought it back to 2-2. Arsenal, you saw what happened there in the 90th minute. So I want to say we're going to thrash them, but, bruv, you just never know, bro. I'm telling you. At their home ground, they just don't know how to move. But away, who knows? It could be tighter than we think it's going to be. We still might win like a 2-1 or a 2-0, but we scored the second goal in like the 80th minute. You know, something stupid like that. But Sekou Kone is going to be involved anyway. So we'll see what happens with that. So that's the situation with that. Let me go back to the bookmarks and show you that exactly. So that's Gallagher out the way. We'll see what happens with him, man. Because, like I said, he doesn't come in. You got to remember, all of Ineos' signings since they've came here, every single signing comes straight into the first team. Conor Gallagher would not come in the first team. He's not benching Casemiro. Casemiro is the only player that we've got that can even score from a set piece, that can header. De Ligt's injured, Maguire's injured, Bruno can't take them, and Bumo's not here to take them. So it can only really be Casemiro. He's not going to start over him. So any player that we're getting that doesn't go straight into the first team is probably going to be a backup. Semenyo would have came, he would have went straight into the first team. Sesko came, Højlund, see you later. Lamens came, no one knows where Bayern is. Who else came? Cunha came, Garnacho. Chelsea fans hate him. You see what I'm trying to say? Like everyone that's come in, and Bumo, everyone goes straight into the first team. He is not going to be in the first team. That's why we're saying give us an option to buy. That's our excuse. Give us an option to buy, and then we might get him. We're never going to get him, bro. We want to get the real, the Whartons, the Believers, but we know it's a summer thing after the World Cup only. So we'll see. That's the stuff for Conor Gallagher. If anything else comes out about him, of course, I'll let you lot know straight away. Let me know what you lot think in the chat as well. This is some stats. High press versus counter-attacking shots. Look at that. Look at where we are. So we're at basically at the top of both of them together. So that's high pressing and shots. Remember, we got a lot of shots, bro. We wasn't clinical, especially in the first half of the little... I can't say first half of the season because this is literally the 19th game. But you get what I'm trying to say. Like when it first started, we're missing bare chances. Fulham, Man City, Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? We had so much shots and we was missing. Now we've got a little bit more clinical where we're scoring goals. Like Dorgu's goal the other day, I swear that was like the first shot that we had in the game or something, or second or third or something like that. I think Sesko missed one before, but it's good to see that we're putting some away, man. And let's just keep going, you get me? And obviously, we don't know what's going on with Mason Mount, so we don't know who's going to be up there, who's going to be Cunha and who. Is it Mason Mount? Is it Shea Lacey? And remember, when they're younger, you got to give them a bit more time as well. So it is what it is, man. We'll see. But this is a good stat to have. Why not? Do you know what I'm saying? We want to be on top of all of these charts, man. But we need to be on top of the table and the goals. You know what I'm saying? We're going in the right direction anyway. Let me get a few of these comments and then we'll get into the rest of the news. Like I said, there's so much to cover. There's so much more. We'll get into it. But yeah, Fabrizio Romano, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let me get a few of these chats anyway, and then we'll get into the rest of the news. Yes, Match. Yes, Joe. Big up yourself, man. 3-1 United today. Cunha hat-trick. Man said Cunha hat-trick. I wish, bro. I hope so, man. Cunha's, he hasn't been super clinical. That's the thing with him. He's had so much chances, and at Wolves, he was bagging all of these chances. But he still does what he needs to do, and we all watch him, and these ball carrying's crazy and that. But if he becomes more clinical, he's going to be a different type of baller. Like and subscribe, my peoples. Love for that, Mike. Appreciate it, man. Smash the like button, peoples, man. We're here every day, man. All the news, all the Man United news. You know us. Noosa and Diomande would be best. Noosa is technically better. Yeah. I think Diomande is a bit faster still. Noosa is a bit more technical still. Hope we get the win tonight. We have to get the win hidden. We have to. I'm telling you now, Diomande ain't going to Tottenham. Nah, I don't think he is. Unless they give him high wages. I reckon he goes to a big team. Crazy is buying Diomande at that price. That's what I said. You know what's crazy that you said this though? High wages. They offered Semenyo the biggest wage, and he said no. They tried to offer Mbumo more wages than us, and he said no. I all forgot about Mbumo dissing them. Everyone disses Tottenham. They don't care what you're offering them. They say, nah, bro, it's not attractive. You get it? It's crazy. Depends if the question want to play for United. Bro, he's a Man United fan. If you're a Man United fan, you know he's more or less wants to be there. Manchester community, smash the likes. I smash the likes, man. Man United, big up yourself, man. Come on, man. They're setting the price high so people pay Sesko money, but he isn't worth it yet. Exactly. He just got there. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the same thing as you, 20th, sorry. Nobody really rates Tottenham like that. You're right. Come on, broski. Get me Julian Alvarez. Nah, that's 100 million plus. They bought him for like 80 million or something of City. I don't think he goes. I told him about Diomande, do the World Cup qualifiers. Yeah. I'm just carrying that team right now. I'm just bailing them out. They ain't really done nothing mad. Do you know what I'm saying? Diomande comes to United. Ugarte, Xerxes must go. I've got some news about Xerxes Ugarte. I'm going to show you lot that in a minute. Don't worry. I've got some news. A lot of you lot might be happy with that. I told him about Diomande during the World Cup qualifiers. A proper baller. Yeah, both feet. And he's fast. And he runs with the ball at his feet as well. He's different. The man's running with the feet. Yeah, I see it. I think we should go for him. But I've always said we should go for Belieber. But I've always said 70 million, 75 is max. I don't think we should pay anything more. That's my thing. Go for Belieber, of course. But anything over 75 is crazy. That's my take on it. Have Real Madrid rejected to get Nico Paz back? That's one to look at. I ain't seen none of that. Ideal transfer strategy for United. Bro, to get a midfielder, get an attacker that can play left wing, a midfielder, and I would say a defender, because you cannot rely on Maguire. He gets injured all the time. But obviously, that's unrealistic. Let's be real. But if we get a midfielder on loan, get an attacker, someone that can keep us going, especially on the left wing, because you got to remember, Ahmad and Mbumo, if we stick to this formation, Ahmad and Mbumo are right wingers. You know what I mean? We've got no left winger. Mason Mount's not a left winger. Cunha can kind of do a little something over there, but he's not a proper left winger. You can play him up top or in the 10. Get a left winger like what was trying to get with Semenyo, we're cooking. Semenyo, Ahmad, or Mbumo. Then you got Cunha in the middle. Mad. That's what I reckon. We get a left winger and a midfielder, we're cooking. Hopefully Kone gets game time. Yeah. Trust me, Ruben might be scared to not get his... That's what I just said. I just said that, 20th. You might be scared not to get his targets. They might look at it and say, we've got a ball already. Remember, we all watched him in that post-match game against Hong Kong, whatever it was, and he was balling. And we've never seen him again since. So it must be a thing where he's going to be one of the future, but let me keep it going. Do you know what I mean? But Nacho, they're creasing him. Sesko needs to score today. He has good moments and movements. He just needs goal. You see from next season, yeah? From January onwards, like next week, I'm going to proper start getting like the rival fans and that. Don't worry. Like I'll get their clips and banter it and proper do videos. You're not going to see the Garnacho ones. It's crazy. The way they're onto him is mad. I've never seen so much fans turn on someone so quick. Crazy. He's not worth it, man. Nicky T, he's not worth it. I don't think he's all that. And he doesn't come into the first team. That's not Ineos' strategy. Everyone that they get comes straight into the first team or gives someone trouble. Mason Mount is in trouble. If we get our best 11, arguably people will be like, nah, and Mbeumo right, Cunha left, Sesko up top. Mason Mount don't get into that. So that's what I'm trying to say. If you get your players, it needs to get someone out the team. Gallagher doesn't get no one out the team. You don't get Bruno Fernandes at the team, and you don't get Casemiro at the team. That's why I say we cannot buy him. And that's why they don't want to buy him themselves. Yeah, man. Sekou Kone, man. Hopefully. I have nothing against it, but isn't having bare African players. Nah, because AFCON's done. You see, after this year, AFCON's going to be in June, apparently. I don't know how true it is, but apparently that's the truthness. So after this year, AFCON is going to start being in August or July, sorry. Once the season's over, AFCON will start there. So that's the situation. So you can have 10 African players now, and AFCON happens at the end of the season. Mainu is better than exactly. That's what I think as well. What about Bizumena Torre? I hear he's very good. Yeah, I done a little thing on him yesterday. If you was here yesterday, I showed you a lot about him. We was linked with him. Bazamuda Torre. We was linked with him yesterday, but I don't know him too much. This is him here. Look, they were linking him with Yan Diomande. Look, elite. He's on the bench right now with Ahmad and that. So you got Ahmad and Diomande doing what they're doing, and then you got this guy Bazumana. He's on the bench, but I don't think he's got any time like that. But he's meant to be good as well, and he's going for half the price, 45 million. Look, he's in all the lists, progressive carries. So that's another guy to look out for as well. This Bazumana guy. I'll be real. That's another one. And look at we were linked with him. Arsenal fans are linked with him as well, but Arsenal's got about 7 wingers, bro. Madueke, Trossard, Martinelli, Eze, Saka, and who else? Nwaneri. And I've still got the Diomande kid as well. So that's 7. And we can still say Jesus can play on the wing, but we're never going to do that. Bro, they're not going to go and get him. This geezer's 19. You're not going into no under-21s team. So it's one to watch out for. Like I said, 45 million. He's half the price of Diomande. Arsenal's linked with him. So are we. And then we've got, so that's 2 different sources that's come out and spoke about him. 45 million euros. So I don't know. Remember, I just show you like what's going on. I don't know. I wait for the reliable people to say things. And then I'm like, yeah, there's something there. We've not had no one reliable, certain that's come out and linked us. We've had 2 sources, Ekrem Kona and Court of Side and an Arsenal aggregate page. So who knows? They might believe in them, but I just don't believe in anyone that easy. So we'll see, man. But he seems like he's all right. But yeah, Ivory Coast, they just got ballers left, right, and center. So we'll see what happens with that. Let me show you some more news anyway. Keep the likes coming. Keep the chat going. You know we're going to get back into it. I'm going to read it all out. So that's the Diomande stuff. Obviously, we got Xerxes. He's looking like he's on his way out, etc. So we've got this stuff about Ugarte now. Look at this. So obviously, this is a Galatasaray Turkish journalist. And he's come out and he said, yo, Galatasaray have made significant progress on a transfer for Manu Ugarte. Remember, I've been doing this for ages, coming out and showing you the news. Galatasaray has been linked with Ugarte about 5 times in the space of like a month. They always linked with him. It's always Galatasaray. He was linked with OG Nice as well, but he didn't want to go there. That's Sir Jim's other club. Maybe they tried to do a little Chelsea, Strasbourg, get him out. He said, nah, I'm not going there. He looked at them at the table. They're not there now. But Galatasaray, they're in Champions League. You get me? Why not? And that is his level. Let's be real. And Galatasaray is a physical team. Remember, Ugarte is a man who will just kick your shin. He runs around. He's got a bit of pace. Conor Gallagher type of style. He suits Atletico Madrid, Galatasaray, them sort of teams that just do madnesses. Maybe even a Chelsea right now with Caicedo getting yellow cards every game. The Laps coming off the bench, always getting yellow cards. They're becoming that team that they just go mad like crazy. UFC type of team. So Galatasaray has been preying him for a minute. We'll see what happens if any more comes from it. But apparently they've made progress. This could be January. This could be a 1 in, 1 out January situation. This could be at the end of the season. Who knows? But Ugarte, remember, Ugarte doesn't really have to go as well. That's why he said about OG Nice, I don't want to go yet, because Ugarte, he plays for Uruguay regardless. So he's kind of got his spot solidified. Some players ain't got their spot. Xerxes ain't got his spot in the Dutch team. You know what I'm saying? Kobe Mainoo ain't got his spot in the England team. Onana had his spot. Now he ain't got his spot no more, but he had to go Trabzonspor and try a little thing. Some players have got their spot regardless. Some players have to play to get their spot. Ugarte will have his spot, so he don't really have to do anything. So when the OG Nice stuff come around, he said, nah, I'm cool. I don't want to go there. You got Galatasaray's come around a few times now, but like I said, we still haven't seen anything solidified come out and say this. Like, I'm waiting for like a, what's it called? Look, it even comes up straight away as you type it. I'm waiting for like a Laurie Whitwell or something to come out and say something about this. Or even Yago. Yago is a very, look, according to reliable Turkish reporter. So he's meant to be reliable then. I don't know. I know Yago. Yago's reliable for me for the Turkish thing. But he's meant to be reliable because Frank's good. Frank's good, a Man United fan. He puts up the good news as well. So yeah, like I said, there's been news for ages. I've not seen anything recently from anyone solidified, but from everyone that's coming out and linking him to Galatasaray, there's got to be something in the pipeline for the fact he's getting linked there. And he needs to go anyway, man. Let's be real. He's sitting on the bench. He's not doing much. A lot of people don't rate him. And you got to remember, every single process, every single project, you're going to have hits and you're going to have misses, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Chelsea had the most. Remember, Chelsea bought about 11 players and sold like 9 of them in the first year. Remember that. João Felix came in, gone. They're trying to, Disasi, bomb squad. There's so much players that they started selling to getting rid of. Like, yo, he's just come. Renato Vega, all these type of guys. You don't remember that they played there. Getting rid of them. This is what certain clubs do. Everyone makes mistakes. Look at Calvin Phillips at Manchester City. He's come over there. He barely played a game. I saw he won the treble sitting on the bench. Can you even talk about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you won the treble sitting on the bench. Like, do you even go and tell your kids and that? Like, yeah, I won this. It's crazy. So obviously, this is a miss for us. Let's be real. Ugarte's a miss. He was not the guy that we all thought he was. I thought he was going to be the guy. I watched a few comps. This is why I don't watch comps no more. I've got to watch 90 minutes of a man playing to understand what a man's saying. Because comps, everyone looks good. I see a Nana in a comp doing mad saves. Højlund's doing crazy goals in the comp. You know what I'm saying? It don't really show you what's going on. Dallow's got a comp out there. It's crazy. So that's Galatasaray anyway. They've made significant progress on a transfer for Manu Ugarte. It doesn't say a loan. It says a transfer. So we might say, yo, we bought him for 40 million, 25 million, see you later. 20 million, just get rid of him. We'll take the L. Who knows? Get rid of him and that money just go reimburse it. We know we're getting 2 midfielders in the summer. We're trying to. Casemiro leaves on a free. Ugarte, Casemiro leave, and then you go and get a Wharton and Baliba, and then you got Mainoo, Bruno, and you get it. Who knows? We'll see. So that's the situation we got in. We'll see what happens if anything else comes out. We've got this talks about Keith Smith. If you watch my 10-minute updates every day, I do a 10-minute update around 10 p.m. with all the Man United news. Yesterday, I put Keith Smith blow because that was the news about Keith Smith, that Real Madrid's in for him. He's going Real Madrid. There's too much teams involved. Barcelona, Real Madrid. It's 52 million pounds now. This geezer was 25 million 2 weeks ago. It was 25 million 2 weeks ago. 30 million euros. Now Real Madrid's involved, Barca involved. They want 52 million pounds. So that's like 60 million euros. Bro, we're not getting him. From time you got Real Madrid in there and Barcelona, unless we do a Euro and we go and pay a little bit extra or something and he picks us, cool. But Newcastle's involved, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Barcelona. He's not going in January. They said, nope, we're not selling him. So I don't know what's going on. But Graham Bailey's come out today at 3 o'clock today, and he's saying a Premier League scout has told Team Talk that Keith Smith is the Dutch version of Adam Wharton and will be moving this summer. Man United have now joined the chase for Smith, who is already on their radar of all their Premier League rivals. So he's basically not telling us anything new. We already knew that we were looking at him. You know what I'm saying? We already knew he's not going in January. He was meant to go in summer. So you've not really told us anything new anyway. You've just basically said it like it's landed on your desk now. This is the info that's landed on my desk today. But bro, we've known about it 2 weeks ago. So it's no news really. But Like I said, Real Madrid's fully involved now. Fabrizio Romano said it. Real Madrid won him. From time Fabrizio's coming out and saying stuff like that, you just know. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Real Madrid are interested in Keith Smith. The club is scouting the player. His price will be higher than 50 million euros. We're looking at 52 million pounds for him. You know what I'm saying? Fabrizio Romano, 28th of December. So it's a myth. That's why I just told you that what's real. I'm not going to come out here and put on the thumbnail, Keith Smith, he's back on. What is the point? Yesterday I put it's a blow. Real Madrid are in for him. You know what I'm saying? And the money's too mad now anyway. 52 million pounds is crazy. I think he's like 19 years old. Yeah, he's meant to be a new gem. He's meant to be like Pedri and all of that. And they're calling him the new Pedri, the Dutch Pedri. That's what they call him. But let's be real, man. Come on. I don't think we go out there and spend that money and get him. I'll be real with you lot. So that's the stuff about Keith Smith that Graham Bailey has told us. And Graham Bailey is a bit on and off as well. So we've got this stuff about Ruben Neves. This geezer's probably tier 1 when it comes to Argentina news. He was very good with all the Martinez stuff, and he's good when it comes to things. But I don't know what he's saying here. He's put a few teams in there. I'll show you what Ben Jacobs said. Everyone knows who Ben Jacobs is. Al Hilal haven't given up on persuading Ruben Neves to stay. Saudi club have made an improved 2-year contract offer. Neves yet to respond. Man United made an informal call but haven't advanced anything so far. Juventus, Atletico Madrid are also interested. Remember, Neves is 20 million pounds. He's on 300k, but he knows he has to dibble down on his money because he's coming to Europe. Europe ain't going to pay him that unless he goes to Turkey and he doesn't want to go there. So he wants to go back to Europe. I don't know. We will probably offer him like 180 or something, maybe 200. But it doesn't seem like we actually want him. We want our targets, but we know that we need someone now. You see where it's crazy? So people keep saying, why are we not going for a midfielder? We should be going for a midfielder, but we're looking at attackers. We're looking at Semenyo. They're not trying to... What they're trying to do is the same thing we done in the summer. We was in for the lap. We done Cunha, and then we went for the lap. So our thing was get Cunha, then get the lap. We went for the lap. The lap said no. I want to go Chelsea, which is good because he just fights all day. And then once the lap dissed us, we went for Mbeumo. 2 different positions. We've gone from attacker to Mbeumo and said, we'll go for that later. That's how they work. They're going to get the players that they need anyway. So right this second, people are saying, why are we going for forwards instead of midfielders? The midfielders that we want are not attainable. They're summer only. So let's just go for an attacker right now. Someone that's going to be a long term, and then we'll go and do the midfield when we need to. Let's just basically, we've got a puzzle. We're going to keep building the puzzle regardless. So even if we ain't got that little piece yet, or we can't get that piece because it's too far, we're going to get the other pieces to get closer to the whole puzzle being completed. That's how they're looking at it. So they might not get Ruben Neves because he's 29. He doesn't fit their project thing. We can't get him on loan. You can't get him on loan from Saudi and pay him 300k a week. That's not going to happen. And obviously they're trying to sign... they're trying to convince him to stay, so they're not going to do you no favors either, because it's not like they're trying to get rid of him where it's like, yeah, we'll loan him out to you lot with a buy option, or you get it. So we'll see what happens, man. But that's Ruben Neves. We've made a call and we're trying to see what's going on. And obviously, as I said, CC transfers, he's very good. This geezer, he says things on his Discord and then he only brings it to Twitter when it comes out, and the date is always 2 weeks before. So he might tell us something 2 weeks before on his Discord, and then it comes out in the media today, and he says, look at the date. I told you this from early. So this is what Edu said, the Argentinian journalist who is very good. He said, Man United, Atletico Madrid, Juventus, Bayern Munich have all held informal meetings with Neves' entourage. So that can mean nothing, bro. That could just mean, yo, bro, what do you want? What are you after? We know you're on 300k, so what are you saying to us? Oh, I want 210. Brother, see you later. You're 29. We already shouldn't even be talking to you. You're telling us 210. See, you get what I'm saying? It could be anything. It might not even be we want him. It could just be, let's see what he's on. We've made that contact. And then once we've made that contact, his entourage, trying to get him the best deal, is going to let it be known, everyone that's shouted him. Man United shouted him, Bayern Munich. So then everyone's got to offer a little bit more. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. We'll see what happens, man. Obviously, everyone wants a midfielder to come through, but I don't think we should go and get anyone. And then this is what CC transfer said. And look at the date on there, 26th of December. So literally, what's that, 4 days ago, he came out and said, not much new, but United have asked for conditions on personal terms from Ruben Neves. If palatable, it may develop. So what he's saying is exactly what I just said. We've basically just said, yo, so what are you after then? Because we've seen what you're getting over there, tax-free. So we just asked him the question. Do you understand? So it's nothing major, man. We might not even end up getting him. It is what it is. We'll see. But CC transfers is good. Like I said, he comes true, and he does drop bombs there and there sometimes. Let me get a few of these chats, and I'll get into the rest of the news, and I will summarize. If you just come in, don't watch nothing, I'll show you exactly what's going on. 4-2-3-1. Is that what you think we're going to go with today? 4-2. I think we are going to play the 4-2-3-1, but it's just, bro, we need a proper left winger, man. This is what we tried to get Semenyo through the door. Cheap alternative on Toure. I can't lie, Ugarte would cook at Gala. Yeah, he will, because he'll be kicking up the shins and just be pacing in that Turkish league. You know what Galatasaray is on? They just want to scrap all day. Galatasaray and Atletico Madrid just want to scrap. I can't believe we almost went for the lap. It's crazy. When you look at it now, it's mad, isn't it? WWE, bro, he's still 21. He can still go uni, bro. He can still go wrestling. He's only 21. United linked to buy everyone, but CDM is crazy. I know Alvarez, but like I just told you, bro, we know the CDMs that we want. Everyone's already told us about 100 times, and they're not attainable. United do not need any more forward. They need a CDM and a CM. What the hell is going on with Jason and Omar? Madrid pounced on one of the kids. Yeah, you know their thing, but they want them on the free though, hidden. Their thing is, we want you on a free as cheap as possible. So they will tell you, run down your contract and you can come to Real Madrid. They'll give you a free look at the stadium, look at all the trophies. That's how they buy everyone in. It's crazy. Edison and Castillo. I'm going to get into that in a minute, Kevin. Don't watch nothing. I'm going to show you like that in a minute. I'm not done. That's why I'm telling you, look, smash the likes, man. Let me know what's going on. Madrid is not paying that. Florentino and Perez is mad greedy. Exactly. This is what I was thinking about Wharton. Would they pay that 80 million for Wharton? But then again, it's mad. If we get a loan, I'd rather not get a midfielder and wait for next summer to get exactly. That's what people are saying. Hate watching Chelsea before United, hopefully. I don't think he would even play. I'll be real. I don't think they play him today still. I reckon we have a chance if we get top 4. Bro, our next three games is winnable. So we should be in a good position after that. Sully talks. Has he said anything about any midfielders? I ain't seen Sully say anything about no midfielders yet. So we'll see. What's this that's just come out just now? Man United transfer briefing. Elliot Anderson, what's that? What's this? Man United January transfer briefing. Elliot Anderson tops 8-man midfield shortlist. How they can spend big. And Kobe Manu latest and the 37-man who could be on the way out. So what I'm going to do is give it 5 minutes. This just came out. Give it about 5-10 minutes. Bam. This is going to get aggregated anyway. We'll know everything about it. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's the Sekou Kone stuff. He's going to be involved in that. Let me show you the young boy now, this Castillo kid. That's obviously, we've got some news on him. Where is it? There we go. Bam. Look at this now. So Man United have learned the price required to sign youngster Edison Castillo. So you know what's crazy? We've been linked with this shoot a few times. Because like I said, I'm here all the time. So we've kept being linked with the shoot, but bro, we're linked with gems all the time. We're Man United. We're linked with a new player every day. You lot will know this by now. So I just thought, yeah, it is where it is. We've got what's that kid? What's that kid that we bought for 1 million? A Roscoe. We've got a Roscoe already. We looked at a few other players, Dabo and all of that. And we didn't really get them, so I thought it might not be anything. But this is what's been said about this. So LDU Quito, that's the team, of course, have set a valuation of 6.4 million euros. So what's that? About £4 million or something. For the 17-year-old midfielder, the figure underlines how highly the Ecuadorian side rate Castillo, who they see as one of their most valuable assets emerging from their structure. So that's mad money for them in Ecuador. 6.4 is basically the highest scale of money for them. And that's like 4 million to us. Crazy. 2 clubs have opened a direct line of communication. This does not indicate a formal bid or advanced talks, but it does mark a step beyond simple scouting. Direct contact allows Manchester United to better understand the conditions and possible timelines. So this is the geezer that we're looking at, man. One of the young gems. You don't know what Ineos is on already. they're trying to get our academy to be one of the best academies. And remember, Man City had that at their academy. We've got 2 guys running our team that's from Man City. So they're trying to do the same sort of way. Go out there, get the new gems that they know are going to be big, 17, 16, even younger. By the time they get to like 19, 20, there's a decision to be made. Do they come into the first team? Do they need a loan to get a bit better or muscle up or whatever? Or do we sell them and double, triple our money? Imagine getting him for 4 million by the time he gets to 19. Even if he doesn't work out, for example, you might be able to sell him for about 15 million. And then he's come from the academy, so that 15 million, you can spend 3 times that money now, 45. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how it works. So it is what it is. We'll see. This is someone we're linked with. We've been linked with him for ages, like I said. But I'm sure there's something where we've signed, I think we've signed 5 players, 5 young players, and we can only sign 1 more in a certain space of time. I don't know. There's something mad going on. But Edison Castillo, remember the name. And if anything else comes, obviously we'll be here. I'll bring it to you. But this is from Football Ecuador. And yeah, so we'll see what happens, man. He's a young gem, obviously. And we'll see, man, if that happens, man. So this is just some more news about him. It's 5.1. So it's not even 4 million. It's 5.1 million. That's nothing. Imagine that. And look at what we done with Aiden Heaven. We saw Aiden Heaven get unveiled with Dorgu. Nobody thought this Aiden Heaven guy was going to be anything. You know what I'm saying? Man thought he was going to be playing with the young boys. He's turned out to be cold. People are saying he's better than Euro now. It's gone mad. It's crazy. So that's the Sekou Kone stuff, Mazarari. Obviously, I got this about Dorgu as well, you lot, to watch out for. Dorgu will serve an automatic 1-match ban if he picks up a yellow card today. Remember, today's the 19th game of the season. It's the halfway point of the season. So from this game onwards, everything goes back to kind of normal. You get the 5-game leeway again. So he's just got to hold it down today. Don't pull no one down. Don't do nothing stupid. You're not playing in defense. Be easy, big man. So, because he end up missing the Leeds game. Come on, bro. We need him over there. He's the new right winger at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So we need you out here. So, yeah, so the threshold is increased. And obviously, we got some players as well that, let me show you, look. Because, look, this is who we got to watch out for. This is more of a Thursday game anyway. It's not really for today, but man's going to talk about it today because it's on my mind now. I might forget about it still. But obviously, we're playing Leeds on Saturday as well. Sunday, sorry. We're playing Leeds. And then obviously, they've got a few man looking at yellow cards as well that could be on a ban. So look at this. Look at their team. They've got Ampadu on 4 and Bogle on 4. And they play Liverpool on Thursday. So come on. They're defenders. One's on the centre mid. Ampadu. He's their captain as well. So that will be someone that we shouldn't really care anyway, but it is where it is. This is what we're in now. Do you understand? So if Ampadu gets another yellow card against Liverpool, or Bogle, who is kind of their pacey right back, that's their pacey right back. He plays the wing back role. So if he gets a yellow card against Liverpool, he's not playing against us on Sunday. So you got to watch out for them as well. Keep an eye out on them. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Dorgu's got to just be relaxed, man. Don't do nothing too crazy, etc. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. We got Semenyo. Deal almost done. It's more or less done, you might as well call it. Man City and Semenyo have almost called the deal. Bro, I don't care. This deal's more or less done, but I just don't want to hear that. He's not playing against Chelsea. You know what I mean? You know them ones there. Like, look at Eze. Eze was meant to go to Arsenal the day before he had a game, or the same day or something. He just went, said hi, bye to everyone, and then he never played the game. Bro, play the game, brother. Transfer don't open until the 1st of January, bro. I don't want to hear this. He's not playing, or they're leaving him on the bench because they don't want to get him injured and mess it up. Nah, bro. Play the game, bro. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. So this is what's just come out. Yeah, what's that there? Oh yeah, Bournemouth. Look at that. Look at that there. This is what I was talking about with the Brennan Johnson situation. So they've already agreed with Palace the 33.5, but Bournemouth are trying to hijack it. Everton's involved Sunderland. I don't rate Brennan Johnson at all. What is happening? They're having a bidding race over Brendan Johnson. That's crazy. Crazy, bro. But yeah, cool. So obviously Chris Wheeler's come out. Like I said, that article that I just showed you, it's come out just now. And obviously, this is it more or less broken down now. So it says the fact that United have not moved to extend Casemiro or Harry Maguire's new terms before the turn of the year suggests both players will be on their way out in the summer. So Harry Maguire, we might say, yo, it's long. We don't even want you to stay. And he's senior. That's the thing, though. You see, the thing with me, I'm all for the rebuild stuff, yeah? But I don't want us to do a Chelsea or an Arsenal where you get rid of all your senior players and then you've got bare young players that ain't got the mind mentality. They're young, so they can never have. Arsenal have bottled the league so much times. They've got one of the youngest squads in the league. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? So only now they're buying players like Eze, I think he's 27, and Rice and that. You know what I'm saying? But before, they had bare young players, 23, 22, 21. Chelsea's kind of doing the same thing. You're going to keep bottling stuff. The mentality's not there. You ain't done it. You saw Man City. They're doing it with De Bruyne. He's 31. Who cares? Bernardo Silva. And then they're transitioning them in there. So once they're leaving slowly, some of them are winning it now, the younger ones. Foden's won it a few times, so he's got the mentality, etc. That's the thing with us. If we're getting rid of all of our senior players, we get rid of them too, Bruno has to stay. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That we can't get all of them go and just get a full young team and expect this full young team to just go and do something. That's what Chelsea's doing at the moment. A young team, bro, and they're not doing nothing. And it's going crazy. So we'll see. These men are looking like they're going to leave. Casemiro goes without saying. 300K is crazy. They're going to let that one go. He's going to be 33. 33. Is that 33 or 34 next year? I can't remember, but come on. Saudi's calling for him. Ronaldo's over there running the transfers at Al Nassr. Go there. Go get your bag, big man. Do you know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. But Chris Wheeler's just said it. Chris Wheeler's certified. Like I said, we'll see what he says anyway, because he always comes with bare news anyway. So, yeah, so that's the situation with that anyway. So Maguire is more or less going to leave for free. I'm kind of shocked with the Maguire one, man. Let me show you the news now there with the team. So this is what I reckon we're going to go with. Let me go to build lineup. So look at this now. So this is what we're going with now. See, look, they've already set it up. They've already set it up as what we played last time, because that's the easiest way to do it. So they've set up the same way we played last time. I don't know if we're going to go with the same team. Obviously, Mount might be injured, etc. But if there's going to be any change, I would just hope Kobe Mainoo was back and he could come in for Ugarte. But I don't know if Kobe Mainoo's back. Do you know what I'm saying? And when you look at our bench, it's very, 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 it's going to be very, very light. Who's going to be on the bench? It'll probably be Xerxes. Who's senior-wise? There's not going to be anyone. Xerxes, no defenders that we know of. Fredrickson and all them type of guys. It's going to be very light still when you think about it. So we got to just kill the game, man. There can't be no excuses. Just kill the game. Give some kids a run out, and then it is what it is. But these men have got to go out there and play. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So this is the team. This is what they've basically put out themselves, and this is what I would go with as well. I feel like it's the only senior team. I don't want man to underestimate Wolves. That's my thing. Yeah, they're trash. Yeah, they're losing all the time. Yeah, we slapped them 4-1. But, bro, come on, man. Let's not be dumb here. They've gone to Arsenal. They've played okay. And then they've gone to the Emirates. And they've played okay. This is what I'm saying. I don't want us to be the first team. Look at their record. Look at their team form. Crazy. Look at their team form. I've never seen a team like that. All red. It's mental over there. But look at that, though. They're just not really getting beaten recently. Like, 2-1. We saw the Arsenal one. They should have got a point there. 2 own goals is crazy. Liverpool, they could have brought it back. If you saw the momentum in the second half, look at that. They could have brought it back. It was onto them a bit. So I don't want to get too in my head. We lost to Grimsby, bro. We actually lost to Grimsby. So I don't want to get too gassed, but we should go out there and get the W. Would you not think about that lineup, though? Should we just go with the same lineup as yesterday that we went last time? You don't think that just makes the most sense, or would you not switch it up in any sort of way? You reckon Lacey starts today? I reckon Lacey starts if things injured. If Mount is injured, I reckon we start Lacey still. If Mount is injured, though, Mount has to be injured for Lacey to start. If Mount isn't injured, I don't think he starts. And that's what I think it is. I don't think Lacey starts. Dorgu's going to play right wing. Yeah, exactly. He could start on the left. Nah, that's Cunha's spot, man. Predictions for Wolves. I'm going to go 3-1. I don't even want to have that 1 in there, but, bro, I don't know where it is, bro. Like, you just never know with us. You know what I'm saying? We're playing 10-man Everton. We've lost. We lost to Grimsby. We lost to West Ham were battering them the whole game. Well, every team that comes to Old Trafford, we have a spell, apart from Newcastle, even Newcastle, you could say the first couple 15 minutes, we have a spell where we're just going crazy. Look at Bournemouth in the first half. It was on to them. We could have had about 3 goals. West Ham were on them the whole game. We're shaking teams up, and then we just lose it. We don't know what happens at half-time. So I don't know, man. But I will go 3-1. Cheeky. That's being cheeky. 3-1. Hopefully more. Hopefully 5-0. But remember, that game, I think we had Ahmad, we had Mbumo, we had a few more, man. Bruno Fernandes scored 2 goals, and Mbumo scored. Who else scored? Bruno scored 2, and Mbumo scored 1. Who else scored that? Mason Mount. All 4 of them might not even play. All of our goal scorers that day that beat Wolves might not even play. Bruno scored 2, Mason Mount, and obviously Mbumo. This is what I'm saying. Heaven is proper good, man. So technically secure for CB. Yeah, we could play him in midfield. Exactly, in the future. So Menu made the wrong decision. We bet at Liverpool United. We stick with a back 4. Bro, see, some man just want the now, innit? And you got to respect it. Like, he just wants to go and win stuff now. He's not thinking about no process. And Mbumo and Cunha, they said, I want a process because I want to make Man United go back to the top. Some man don't think like that. Some man is, bruv, I've got opportunity to go there now. I'm going. I might not ever have this opportunity again. He's not thinking about the long term. Man United might be back in a few years, what they're selling me. Some man just want to go now. It's what it is. He's probably going to end up with a trophy this year. Carabao Cup, something. So it's what it is. But when you look at their team, bro, that's how they're going. Cherky's balling. Foden's been balling. Then you got Savino on the bench. Then you got Doku, Oscar Bob. Mamouche has got to come back from... what's that place called? AFCON. Doku, when he comes back from injury. So even if you sold Oscar Bob, you still got 4 wingers, including you. That's 5. Competing with that. It's crazy. It doesn't even make sense, but it is what it is, man. He's gone. He's going to go there, Semenyo. Big him up. I hope he plays well when he's playing against the top 6. That's it. Apart from us, it is what it is. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I don't know what he's going to do over there. But back to us anyway. Yeah, man, I think we just keep it simple, man. We just go with the same team. If Mount is injured, maybe we go with Cunha in the 10, and then we put someone on the left, like a Shea Lacey or Mantato. Man's forgetting about Mantato. Man ain't even gave him a chance. You know what I'm saying? Mantato ain't even had a chance yet. So he ain't even on this list. But these are the guys that should be getting their game time against Wolves, especially. But like I said, let's not really... My thing is, bro, we're so shaky. I can't go out there with my chest up high. We're going to smash them. We're not that team anymore. You get what I'm trying to say to you? Like, when we had them 3 in a row, when we beat Brighton, and who was the other 2 teams we beat? Remember, we had 3 games we won in a row, and then we went and drew with Forest, and then we drew with Tottenham. But before that, we won 3 games, and man was gassed. Sunderland, Brighton, and Liverpool. Man was like, yeah, we'll beat anyone. And then we went and done a like, it's like, yeah, this is long. So it is what it is, man. That's the team that I would go with. Let's go and look at Wolves. I reckon, obviously, the geezer that scored against us, that Bellegarde, he's still injured from that game. So that's probably his best moment in the Prem. He scored against us, got injured, and no one's ever seen him since. He's probably going to leave once they get relegated. This Mane kid's 18. He looked a bit okay against Liverpool. I see him. He's got a bit of pace on him. He gave the cross into him, Aroka there, when they scored against Arsenal. That's probably their biggest threat, to be honest, when it comes to like running. This Mane kid. Gomez is back. Obviously, he wasn't there when we played them at Molineux. Andre can't play. He's on a ban. So one of them's always got a yellow card ban. And then obviously they've got their team. And bro, they've conceded the most goals. They're going to give us chances, of course. And remember, we had Sam Johnson in goal when we played them. Now they're going to probably have Sarr. He's been playing recently. So it's going to be crazy to see what happens, man. It's going to be a weird one. But I just reckon we need to go out there. It's Old Trafford, go crazy and just go mad. Because like I said, they went to Anfield and Emirates and they kept their composure. They did lose, but it wasn't that bad. You get it? It wasn't terrible. Let's be real. Wolves, they played okay against Arsenal. They played okay against Liverpool. How old is Shaw? Shaw must be at least 30, 29. Yeah, 30. Come on. 2-0 Wolves, Man United. Wolves, honestly, the worst team in the Premier League. No Wolves, that's poor, I know. But we could give them a win tonight. Hopefully not. It's crazy. I think Man United lose or draw. Nah, man. I hope not. That would be a shambles. What happened to Manu Kone? Are we going to buy him? I've seen the little links about him. There's nothing solidified, man. There's bare little links saying we should sign him in January. Sorry, we should sign him at the end of the summer. But I don't know. I don't think there's anything crazy about that. I think Diomande is going to have his best game against Wolves. I don't think we'll be able to deal with his pressing and we'll crumble and make mistakes that will punish. Hopefully, I'm with you lot. I need a Cunha hat trick tonight. Yeah, someone said that in the beginning of the chat. AP, was that you? Nah, it was Joe. 3-1 United today. Cunha hat trick. hopefully. Sesko goal, a triangle has more points than Wolves. Crazy. Sesko needs a goal. Let's stay away from Diomande. Get Yildiz or Nusa. 2 options: 4-2-3-1, 3-4. I don't think we go with a back 3, but then a back 3 is what dealt with them, and they play with a back 3. They play with a back 3, and a back 3 is what dealt with them. But I think it's literally the players we got. If we go with a back 3, we ain't got an Amand. That's what makes Dog you have to defend. So him being a bit more as a winger, it's going a bit better for him. So we'll see what happens, man. That's the team. That's what we're going with. Let me summarize and show you lot all the news that's come out. Look at that. That's what I've just showed you lot. The Maguire and Casemiro stuff. They might be leaving. It looks like they're going to be on their way out. We've got these talks about Conor Gallagher. We're pushing to get a loan with option to buy, but they're saying, nah, sell only. High press shots and counter-attack shots. We've got the most shots. High press shots or counter-attack. So we're winning the ball in the final third and we're counter-attacking and it's leading to us shooting, which is very good. We just need to be more clinical. Yan Diomande, you lot have seen what's happened with him. He's a Man United fan. Fabrizio's come out and said that we're back in the market for an attacking player in case Xerxes can leave. So if we get an attacking player, Xerxes can leave. 1 in, 1 out. And obviously, Brennan Johnson's going to give his decision on where he wants to go tomorrow. Bournemouth, Everton, Crystal Palace. And they're looking at Diomande as a possible replacement. That's the only reason why that's relevant for us, because obviously he's on our list. As Fabrizio said here, among many clubs recently, Man United and Tottenham were on a mission to scout Diomande, blah, blah, blah. But he's a Man United fan, so who knows? But they won 100 million, apparently, and they're saying he's not for sale in January. And the conversation, just for us to pick up the phone and have a convo with you, it's 100 million. That's what they're screaming for Diomande, which is crazy. He's only had like a good I've only known him for about 3 weeks. I've not even known this geezer. Then we got Galatasaray made significant progress on the transfer of Ugarte. They've been talking about Ugarte for ages now. And it's good to see some talks about Ugarte. Ruben Neves, Ben Jacobs said that us, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, have all made a call to him, to his agent, to see what's going on. But we ain't seen anything yet. We're going to see what he's saying. Al Hilal are still trying to tie him down. Yeah, this is the stuff about Xerxes. We will allow Xerxes to go to join Roma if we can find an attacking replacement. So someone, we're doing the due diligence to get someone that's attacking with the team. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's good to see that we're doing something at least. People will sit here and say, why don't we get a midfielder? Bro, all the midfielders we want are not attainable now. So do we just go rush and get anybody? Or do we get somebody at least and then we go for who we need to go for in the summer? So that's more or less it. We got this youth as well, this little youngster, Man United. I've learned the price about him, £5.1 million, 17 years old. We're in direct contact and we'll see if anything progresses, but we're looking at him and we're chatting to the actual club about him. So something's going to happen. And Keith Smith, people are saying that, what's his name? Graham Bailey just came out and said, Keith Smith, we're looking at him, bro. Real Madrid's been looking at him. Real Madrid are really in for him, and that's from Fabrizio Romano and Jay Felix. They both said the same thing, that Keith Smith is someone that they really want to sign because he stands out. He's young, but he's going to be 52 million. That's a bit crazy, so I don't know. So we'll see, my peoples, man. Smash the likes. Appreciate every single person that's been in the chat. Appreciate all of you that's been inside. If you haven't smashed the likes, smash it. I'll be here after the game. Let's get it.
Got some celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They don't be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.